guys, so welcome to part 2 of the book reviews. So we're going to start off our part 2 with some Cunningham books. I got back my copy of Wicca, the Guide for the Solitary Practitioner, which I believe everybody owns, or if not, pretty much everybody owns. 99% of people own this one. Very good book. I definitely love it. Definitely suggest reading it. At least reading it and having a look through and seeing. But again, remember, this is a 101 book. This is basic knowledge. So, you know, don't expect it to be the most amazing thing in the world. I like how Cunningham writes in general. It's very much like you're sitting in his living room and he's just chatting with you like you're a buddy. Which is, I kind of like that better than the textbook style that a lot of 101 books have. So there's that. The next one here is The Secret Craft of the Wise, Magical Herbalism. This is the precursor to, sorry, I'm reading over there, The Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Scott Cunningham. This came out, I think, a couple of years earlier. The difference is the amount of actual herb, like the herbs and definitions is smaller. There are no pictures of the herbs in this book. But he covers more about incense and how to use herbs, like oils and stuff. So yeah, let's see what he's got here. He's got Tools of the Herbalist, Magic, a Short Primer, Identifying and Gathering, The Language of Magical Herbalism, Protection, Divination, Healing, and Love, and how the herbs can be used. The elements, oils and perfumes, incenses and amulets, how to grow them, and then and there's also like a whole bunch of other stuff. And then there's, of course, you know, the little dictionary type part. But it's definitely a back burner in this book, the actual, like, what does this herb do. If you want the, you know, oh, I want to look up hops. Got hops right here because that's what it opened up to. But if you want to look up hops, I would more quickly go for the encyclopedia than go for this, and I would go for this more for how do you actually use the herb as, again, a basic 101, but a good jumping point. So there's that. It's a good one. I like it. Alrighty, next one here that we have is Sacred Sexuality in Ancient Egypt, The Erotic Secrets of the Forbidden Papyrus by Ruth I'm not even going to try to butcher her name, Ruth something be something, and Stephanie Rossini. There's the names. See? Ooh, and it's printed and bound in Canada. Cool. I like it when they do that. This is an awesome, awesome, awesome book. Not only are they talking about sex and how sex is viewed in ancient Egyptian art and culture, they also do talk quite a bit about the different gods. There's myths in here, including the Egyptian creation myth. There's tons of beautiful pictures. Like, just tons. Like, look at that. It's freaking gorgeous. But they've also got lists of the deities and some basic words and hieroglyphics. This is an awesome resource for spell work and for ritual work. And it also makes the ancient Egyptian culture look far less male-centered and just far friendlier, really. Very good book for the people that are into the Egyptian stuff. I would definitely suggest it. It is a little pricey. I mean, you look at the size of this thing. It is. I was charged $24.95 for this. I've seen it on Amazon for way more than that. But it is very, very good. Definitely go get that one. Now the next one I've got here is from Michel Belanger. It's the Psychic Vampire Codex. This book is a pain in the ass to find. Just for the get-go. This book was originally written for the psychic vampire and sanguinarian community, mainly for the psychic vampires and mainly for the House Keperu, to explain what psychic vampirism is and if you are a psychic vampire. But she also goes into very, 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 very detailed description on energy work. And the way that she just, I mean, Michelle, I love her to bits. This book is a little long-winded, but that's nice. It's a nice kind of long-winded. Sadly, it took me a really long time to read, but I take forever to read a book that most people can read lickety-split, so don't take that into consideration. But it's a complete, it's described here as a complete manual that reveals the path of discovery and development for psychic vampires. But the techniques that she's referring to in here with regards to energy work can be used by others that aren't psychic vampires, and can be used by anyone to get in touch with energy in the universe and stuff, and be able to use it and manipulate it. She talks about astral bodies, astral projection, all sorts of stuff. This is a really, really interesting book. Definitely have a look at it if you're into energy work of any sort, not just if you think you're a vampire. It is hard to find a lot of the vampirism books when you go into the store, so definitely order it online. It says on the back here it's $19.95 American. I think that's what I paid, but I find this book, I looked for a couple of other copies of it when I didn't have my copy. When I didn't have this, I did look for other ones because I love this book. And it was a pain in the ass. Couldn't find it, or it was like really, really overpriced. But definitely have a look at that. Have a look at Michelle's stuff in general. She's really, her energy work, what she's written about energy work is amazing. It's to the point. It's very visual and very easy to use. So the last one that I've got here, which isn't exactly a occult book, but it is a very interesting book and one that people should at least have a look at. And use to take into consideration when they're thinking about deity, is 1,000 Faces of God by Rebecca Hind. And it's a gallery of over 1,000 works of art drawn from all over the world, spanning 1,000 years of culture and faiths, including Baha'i, Buddhism, Christianity, Confucianism, Greek mythology, Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, Jainism, Native American beliefs, Norse legends, paganism, Rastafarianism, Roman mythology, Shintoism, Sikhism, spiritualism, Taoism, Voodoo, and Zoroastrianism. Very, very good book. This is considered an art book, but it's really interesting because it talks about why all these sculptures, there's beautiful pictures. Just gorgeous. But it talks about where, these gods and goddesses come from, or mainly gods, sorry, goddesses. It's all about the god, but it's very much a comparative religion piece. They compare all the different gods and how they all connect to each other, and it's really, really a nice way to connect with and to get a basic understanding of the different gods and see their faces. And, for example, why doesn't so-and-so like to have, what's ideology? Ideology, not ideology. Oh my god. Idolatry. Idolatry, not ideology. Like, what is Fuck, I just said it. What is worshipping an idol and what isn't, and what is art and what isn't, and all this. Very interesting book. Sorry, front again. There we go. Very good book. So, that's all the books that I've got to review for you guys right now. I am currently working on finishing up a couple of other books, and my feet have gone numb from sitting on the floor, which is really sad, but they're numb. So I'm going to turn this off, and I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully I don't fall when I try to stand up, because my feet are totally numb.